Hi YouTube world, so welcome back to my channel, and here's a video of me doing go-karting. Well, I tell you a beautiful story about how my Sunday went. So this was a beautiful Sunday and I was at home. Somehow I was bored, but I was by myself, so basically I wanted to do something fun, but I could not think of something to do. And then it came to my mind that there is a place that does go-karting which is nearby home. So this is Leisure Plaza, Bahari Beach. They do this go-karting every Sunday. The company that does the go-karting is called V12 Go-Karting, and you can check them out on Instagram. So I phoned the owner of V12 Go-Karting to confirm if they'll be there for that Sunday, and it happened that they'll be having like a private event. So I was kind of smashed. I thought maybe I won't be able to attend, but the guy made like a special room for me. How nice. I mean, like, there are things that happen in our lifetime just as a reminder that there is still good humans out there. I like when such things happen to me. So this was one of them. So I dressed up and went because I was excited to go karting, especially because this was a weekend where there was no F1 racing. So basically, I had nothing to do on my Sunday because usually I watch a fun race or just like any other activity that could be fun. I love using my weekends for just relaxation and enjoyment because the work days are working me out. Yeah, so that's that. So, to some degree, I can say I identify as an adrenaline junk. Like, I love doing dangerous things. Like, I like trying things to the limit and seeing, like, what will happen. I think life is better lived that way. Like, you have to explore your limits because, for me at least, in most cases, when I've explored how far I can go, usually I've gone farther than what I thought I would have achieved. So, that kind of works for me. But also, even when it does not work, usually I learn something else. Maybe like this was not for me and I have to divert ways. Either way, I've gained something. Like either I've gained what I wanted to gain or I've gained a perspective. It's always a win for me. So I think I would urge everyone out there to just like extend your limits and just like go for things. Try new things and stuff like that. Just like try dangerous stuff. I remember this one story like it was a while ago, but I remember it was like New Year's Eve, and I was like, you know what, I want to like try something dangerous this New Year's Eve, and what can I try? I remember I was like I was still scrolling. If I was not in Form 4, I was in Form 5 probably, but I was at home, and then there was nothing much that I could do. I thought of all the things, the dangerous things that I could do, and I came up with nothing. And then I was like, you know what? Let me think again. So I went outside and then I was thinking. And then as I sat there, it came to my mind that I was sitting on a balcony. And I think just like from a parent perspective, it's dangerous for a child to walk at the very end of the balcony. So I was like, you know what? So I'm gonna go out of these, like, in a balcony, there's those like railways which they kind of like obstruct you in case of any danger so that you don't fall. So I was like, today I'm going to work on this balcony, but on like the dangerous end. So I hooked over the rails and then I went on the outside side of the rails. So I was just like holding the rails as if I'm about to let myself fall down. I know it was stupid and it was risky and it was dangerous. It was everything. But I just wanted to feel that adrenaline rush. I looking back at it, like I don't know why I did it. It did not serve me in any way, but it was fun at the moment. Though it was very risky. Like I could probably fall and crash my head or something like I could get serious injuries from that. But at that moment, all the danger were not in consideration in my head. The only thing that I was thinking about is that I want to face my fear. Like I know somehow I have like fear of heights, so I like facing my fears, and then when I facing them I'll be like, if I can face this I can face anything else. So like I just like love those things. So that was stupid but it was fun. So I think I've been doing like not I've been doing, but it's more like sometimes I do things like those which are just like mundane and dangerous, but they do serve me in a very meaningful way, because I think I need, sometimes we have to reconstruct thoughts and things in our heads, and for those thoughts to be reconstructed, we have to see for ourselves that some things could be dangerous but they could not hurt you, and then I think with that same perspective, then you could take that perspective towards like a dangerous or like a risk step that you're taking in your career, but you won't have the fear as much, because somehow by facing the small fears that you faced previously, they kind of like give you the courage that you need to take other bold moves, if that makes sense. So, on the topic of reframing our mindset, I think there's a lot more we can do that we give ourselves credits for. For instance, I remember this other time I went hiking on Pugu Hills, and I remember at one point thinking like these hills are too steep for me to climb, but then I made it to the top. And I remember when I got there, I was thinking like if I could do this, I could definitely do like anything else. So I think it's like with those small things that you do or partake or just get involved in, that they like shape and change your mind in ways that you never thought would have been possible. So that's all. And as you can see, I was almost getting to the end of my karting, and after the go-karting I went and had lunch at their Kaskazini restaurant, their lunches, and then afterwards I was chilling by the beach reading my beautiful book, marking a beautiful end to a beautiful Sunday. And I hope you have learned a thing or two. I hope you have picked one or two things that are going to be useful to you in your life, or like wherever you want to put them to use. It was nice sharing this part of my story with you, and I hope you keep in touch. Don't forget to subscribe and join my little community. Bye bye. Love you. Mean it. Mwah.